This is a deep gouge on the mushy type soft vinyl full door panels and dashboards we run into these days, and they're heat sensitive, so they can't take heat. So we're going to start by cleaning this with Sem soap, and I scrub it real well, and I'm going to do it maybe 2 or 3 times, especially if I think it has silicone on it, and I wipe it dry and try to get it as clean as possible. And I follow the Sem soap up with the waterborne vinyl prep. Here I'm spraying it on liberally and going to scrub it with the other side of the green pad now, and get it real good. And notice there's that fabric part there on the door panel. I'm going to try to dry that as well as I can, because I'm going to have to tape that off. So I'm drying it there with my lint-free towel, getting it as clean as possible. Now I'm going to dig out. As you can see, this is really pushed in there, whatever pushed that hole in there, and there's some material underneath there. So I'm going to try to make this as level and smooth as possible before I actually start to repair. You could do this before you cleaned it also, either way, because you're going to trim. See that extra little piece there? I'm going to trim that away, because that's just going to get in the way and make it virtually impossible to do a smooth level repair if I leave that in. So I'm going to snip that out of there and pull it out. And now this is a bag of cotton batting that I carry with me, and I'm going to fill that hole up with some of this batting and try to get it again to look quite a bit level if I can. Using my tweezers, I'm just putting in some cotton batting. Alright, now I'm virtually level there with it, near the top. And here with the fabric part, again, I have to tape this off. So I'm just going to use some painter's tape here. It usually will stick on this fabric stuff. Duct tape or masking tape a lot of times won't stick to this, but I found this type of tape to work. Now I'm going to take just my gel adhesive, and also have an accelerator that will speed up the drying time for the adhesive. I squeeze some on my pad here, and I'm just going to take my trowel palette knife, and I take some of the adhesive there, and being a gel, I can put it on this vertical surface and it's not going to run down at all. We also have an instant adhesive, but that would run on this type of surface. So I'm filling the hole, and I'm going to build up here. I'm just doing some. I'm just trying to get it as level and smooth as I can right now, without making a mess, of course, with the gel adhesive, and just make it smooth and come across there. And then I'm going to take my accelerator and spray it on there, and I'm actually going to walk away for a few minutes to give it a chance to set up. Now I take my tape away, and I'm going to sand with an aggressive type sandpaper here, a heavier grit to get, and I'm working to get it level. And I go through different types of sandpaper, and I'm cleaning, of course, any time in between you can clean it, so you can see what you're doing. But I use an aggressive sandpaper first, and then I work my way through to the least aggressive as I can, like I'm doing here, probably about a 400 sandpaper right now, just trying to get it smooth so that I can give myself a good level repair. Of course, like I said, I clean it and wipe it off with the paper, with the towel in between, and then I can keep on adding adhesive. You notice it's getting pretty level there, and I'm sanding again, making it as level and smooth as possible, finish it off with a less aggressive sandpaper so it's pretty smooth. Now I've taped the whole thing off here, because right now at this point I actually like to put some color on. Now the do-it-yourselfer can brush some paint on. I'm going to actually use my airbrush. Now you'll see me misting some color on there. See it going on? So now you can see what where you are. If it looks like it's indented some or whatever, not smooth, you can always add some more adhesive and sand at this point, because naturally with the paint on there, see, I can see what I'm doing. Now you saw there's a can of clear texture. I'm going to spray some texture over the repair area, and I spray it out a little bit beyond, and then I'm going to come with some real light sandpaper. Here I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, I let it dry because it's a fast drying texture. So I just walked away for a couple of minutes, and now I added some more. And now I'm going to come with probably about a 600 or 400 sandpaper, and just in one direction I'm lightly sanding it so that you can't really see where the texture started and stopped, because it's naturally not matching the exact grain what I have there. So I sanded it lightly, and again I cleaned it, and now I'm blocking off there with my trowel knife so I can get down in the groove there and get some color in there. And I'm just airbrushing. As you can see, it's starting to blend there pretty well. Add some color, Now, depending if you're using Sure Coat or Color Coat, you're going to have to wait for the drying time in between as you add some coats on here. So I'm painting it, and it looks like it's blending pretty well there. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to take off my tape, and let's just see what we have there. Wow, isn't that a nice job? And you can do that too. It isn't that difficult. Just take your time.